Here to react, Florida GOP Congressman Michael Waltz, and friend of the show, also a colonel. Colonel, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Okay, so Republicans not happy with this bill for obvious reasons. It's a left-wing wish list. But if you've got the far left also saying it doesn't go far enough, what are the prospects for the bill in the House on Tuesday?
Yeah, we'll see what the left does with their votes when it comes back now that the $15 an hour minimum wage has been stripped. But Pete, let me tell you what's really going on here. What Senate Democrats have done and why, the Republicans were fighting this over the weekend is they are backing the country into that $15 minimum wage through the federal supplement to unemployment. $600 a week, $15 an hour. And what they've done is they've agreed on they forced in the bill $300 supplement, that federal wage supplement that we had in the past, so that, we have businesses after businesses contacting me saying they can't hire anyone back. They can't fulfill their contracts because they still have employees sitting on unemployment rolls making more than they would if they were rehired. These are businesses like landscapers or security companies that might pay a good wage, $10, $11, $12 an hour. But with the federal supplement on unemployment, they're making $15 an hour. So this is almost forcing these companies, through a backdoor mechanism to try to raise their wages. But if they do that, of course, then they're going to lose money on their contracts. And they're in this death spiral. It's horrible for small businesses, and it's horrible for the country and our economic recovery.
Congressman, help me reach the appropriate posture when it comes to coronavirus and where we are right now as a society. Through every large gathering, every sporting event that we've had over the past 6 months, we've heard this will be a super spreader event and something horrible will happen. I heard that when I was down in Florida during the Super Bowl, and yet we've seen the numbers in Florida over the past 2 months start to decline and decline rapidly. Now spring break is coming up, and many in Florida, including some businesses, are pushing would-be spring breakers away, saying we want to keep COVID potentiality spread from happening. What is the appropriate thing to do right now?
Well, this is why Florida never had a mask mandate, because, in Northwest Florida, it's farm country, ranches, citrus farms. And, obviously that's different and should be treated differently than down in the inner city and, say, downtown Miami. And this is why Governor DeSantis has taken the approach, let's let these counties that have very different populaces deal with this. I will remind everybody that businesses are still struggling in many ways. They don't have the international tourism. They don't have the cruise industry. And I trust business owners. I don't know any that want to get their customers sick, to get their employees sick. Let's keep power in the hands of families, individuals, and businesses. And I think we'll be just fine. Our numbers per capita are better than New York's, are better than California. And I think as history looks on this, they're going to see that the lockdown orthodoxy just doesn't work. But to answer your question, Will, let's leave common sense decisions in the hands of individuals with appropriate guidelines. And we will be able to walk that kind of common sense middle ground.
Right.
Yeah, Congressman, I have a friend that left New York to restore some sanity in Florida this week and keeps sending me photos saying people are living here. It's amazing. Like restoration of sanity. It takes such a small gesture these days. But I want to shift over to some foreign policy with you. You now have Iran saying essentially that the Biden administration gave the green light to release some funds that were frozen in Iraq due to the sanctions that we imposed. Now, I don't have confirmation that this is 100% true, but let's say that it is. Is this another goodwill gesture to Iran? What's your take on it?
What the Trump administration did that was, so impactful on the Iranian regime was working with other countries like South Korea, Iraq, and others that were still doing some business with Iran and locked up their funds. Now we're hearing from Iranian officials themselves that Washington has given the quiet green light. The Biden administration has kind of given the overhead to release those funds as a goodwill gesture. This is just right along that orthodoxy of we're nice to them, they'll be nice back to us. You know what? If the Iranian regime is serious about negotiations, how about you stop killing Americans? They just killed another contractor through their proxy militias in Iraq. And how about you release the Americans you're holding hostage? There's still one hostage held in Iran, held in their notorious Evin prison, left over from the last Iran deal that Zarif promised John Kerry would be released. He never showed up. He promised him he would be released. And that individual, Samiak Namazi, is still sitting there. So if Iran's serious, how about you stop killing Americans and release the ones you're holding hostage?
Congressman Michael Waltz, Colonel Michael Waltz, thanks for getting up with us on this Sunday morning.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks so much. I salute you.